Well, they say that it takes a village to raise a child, and it certainly takes more than just the runner to complete the Comrades Marathon, with the Comrades Marathon making its return after a 2-year COVID hiatus. Many are getting involved to help the runners complete the ultimate goal of crossing the finish line within the 12-hour barrier. Among those is the South African Society of Physiotherapy, and they're going bigger than ever before as they have been involved in the race for decades. Somebody that has been very closely linked to somebody that started out as a studio physiotherapist on the sidelines more than 30 years ago. Karen Coertze from the organization now joins us. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Good evening. Nice to be on the show. I just want to correct, I wasn't a studio physio, I was a student at the time.
Oh, well. Thank you very much. Yes, a student physio. And there's going to be a lot of them on the road. It's something that we've come to expect at the Comrades Marathon, but it's going to be bigger this year, we're promised. How so?
So this year the society is directly involved itself. In the past few years, it has actually been through one of the members who plays a very big role in sports in KZN. So through that, we were always involved as students, having a strapping competition, and then having the roadside assistance. This year, our marketing department of the society have actually got seriously involved, and we are actually just much bigger in visibility. We're having a stand at every 10 kilometer for the runners next to the road. We have a big stand at the expo itself. The strapping competition is still going ahead. And then we're also in the tent afterwards, in the field tent, we will also be visible.
I know that people have been getting rub downs even at the expo, which has already opened down in KZN. How many physios are on the road and at the expo?
So usually, as I said, every 10 kilometers there's a stall, and usually it will be manned by a physio and 2 to 3 students to assist.
Why is this so important, especially because we're having the Comrades Marathon after a 2-year hiatus, and many athletes, some are complete novices in the Comrades Marathon, not something new. We always have novices running the race, but it certainly is going to be very different, especially after such a long layoff. Is this something that's top of mind for the physios?
Because one of my reasons that I would say that we're going to be very essential is the Comrades is much later this year. So the temperatures are going to be much higher. People might feel that they overheat more, and fatigue sooner, which can often be due to not enough hydration, which leads to cramping. So especially the cramping part, physios might be necessary to assist on the road. I think over the years, Comrades has also become more popular, and a lot of people train or suddenly decide to run it, which has not necessarily been runners before. So I think each year it's becoming more and more prevalent for us to be there.
You've seen a lot during your 32 years on the sidelines of the Comrades Marathon. What is your advice?
So my advice for the people on the day, obviously training advice is now too late. For the day itself, I want to emphasize the fact that to slow down in the beginning. People tend to feel good, start running too fast, and especially on the down run, by the time you get to halfway, there is a lot of downhills that is still ahead of you. And the downhills can be your benefit if you've got enough energy left and if you reserved yourself in the first half, because that is actually supposedly to be easier, but it's not easier if you fatigued yourself in the first half. So hold back. You must always have that feeling of, I'm holding back a bit in the first half of the down run, because there's a lot of downhill still to come, and that can be to your benefit if you have reserved.
Right, and physios will be along the road every 10 kilometers, says Karen Coertze from the South African Society of Physiotherapy. Thanks for chatting to us here on Newzroom Afrika. All the best of luck for this weekend in KZN. And that's how we come to the end of your Sports Focus in this hour, Stephen.